man, Swag, Roy Noise first. It's your whole Swag, man. I'm sitting up here with Sippizone, the association, man. What's up, man?
You know how it is.
Man.
Into the business.
Tell the people where you from, man.
I'm originally from Mississippi, Natchez, Mississippi. Moved up here back in 2005 to get out of military service, Marine Corps to be exact. Moved up here to do a couple of different things. I had a family member up here telling me that the money was better here, so I was like, man, I'm gonna go up there, so get it together. Moved up here, moved to Minneapolis, then stayed over on the north side for a little while. Moved out of my people crib, moved into my own crib out in St. Paul. You know what I'm saying? Got with a little young lady or whatever, and ended up getting with one of her people that was rapping. So that's how I started rapping out here.
So when you started rapping, man?
That was back in like 2006. 2006. East side of St. Paul. Shout out to my niggas.
East side.
You know what I'm saying?
Up, man?
So shit.
I see you in the promo for your city for St. Paul, man. I see that,
man. Listen. I told them, you know what I'm saying, I was gonna rip for the north side, so all my north side don't get mad at me. I fuck with the north side. I'm on the north side right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't mind rapping for Minneapolis or St. Paul, being that I actually started rapping in St. Paul. So I don't have no beef with St. Paul. I don't have no beef with Minneapolis. I feel like we all in this music game together. It just so happened to be that you got two sides of the game right now. One side think they better than this side, so I can go for any side. You know what I'm saying? I looked at the ballot, called Absolute. Absolute was like, yeah, bro, Minneapolis full. I'm like, well, fuck it, just throw me on St. Paul's side. I don't have a problem with that, but other people do have a problem with that. But hey, to each his own.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, we're talking put on for your city August 23rd at the Red Sea, man. It's Minneapolis against St. Paul. St. Paul's best to Minneapolis best, man. We out there doing what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, tell us what C-Balls mean, man.
C-Balls, Checkmate Blackout Squad, a.k.a.
Checkmate Blackout Squad. I've been trying to find out what C-Balls, man, was since I've been in the game, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
Checkmate Blackout Squad, a.k.a. Central Builders of Society.
That's what's up.
And I did it like that, when you're going out and you're doing your events that you're giving back to your community, I wanted to have a more positive name when I do reach out and do positive things in the community. So I ended up coming with the Central Builders Society as well. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it on a more positive note.
That's what's up. Man, a lot of people don't know, man. You started a thing called the Association.
The Association, man. The Association is built up of a couple different labels that came together and said, look, I think we can take over and do a lot of good things in the city. You know what I'm saying? Coming together with this rap game. Not too many people are trying to come together and make things happen.
What's up?
So that's been the biggest problem with us as a whole. So 55411, Up Top Entertainment, C-Boss Entertainment, Grind City Boys Entertainment.
Man, shout out to Grind City and 55411, man.
Most deaf. We all came together along with Loud Pack, Slugger Mo. We all came together and decided to say, well, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come together and we're going to kill these shows together. We're going to come out with a mixtape called The Association. And we just been really killing things, you know what I'm saying? It actually kind of started off with just me, Gotti the Gov, and Clint Eastwood.
Shout out to Eastwood, man. I still got to get in touch with you. I ain't forgot about you, man. I still got to get in touch with you.
So it started off with us just us three because we had like a couple tracks together, and I'm like, man, I was supposed to do a mixtape with Eastwood, and I was supposed to do a mixtape with Gotti. So I told him, like, man, listen, since I'm doing a mixtape with both of y'all, why don't we just make it one big mixtape,
right?
And all there was just get on all the songs and just kill them. And it started off just from there, and we started getting good feedback. We was like, why don't we just, do something that's gonna, start a movement that's gonna, create this little buzz we need. And so ever since then, man, we did one show and everything just took off from there, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm feeling that. Like I said, I've only been in the game, man, about 15 months, man. And I've been fucking with C-Boss, man, since I've been in the motherfucker, man. So what do you think about the TC as a whole right now as far as music?
TC as a whole, as a music, I'm going to say, shout out to everybody that's doing music. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say there's a lot of artists that are not really doing the music because they love the music. Right. They're doing the music because they found out my homeboy doing music, so I'm going to do the music. My clique doing the music, so I'm going to do the music. But shout out to the ones that are really doing the music because they love the music. I wake up daily on music. This is not a I feel like I want to do this. This is what I want to do. This is a way of life for me. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I pay my bills. As you can see, I got a room full of guys right now. I'm in the studio session. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. If y'all don't know, Bro Gang ENT. You know what I'm saying? They just started. Yeah, most definitely. Bro Gang ENT. They just started their movement. You know what I'm saying? Another group of guys who've been writing for a while, just didn't have the outlet, you know what I'm saying, to get to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you go to different studios, everybody tell you what they can do for you, but nobody really does it for you. And if they do it for you, they half-ass with the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I told them, look, you know, I work with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So every time they come over, they dropping bangers. So y'all definitely be looking out for Bro Gang ENT. You know what I'm saying? They definitely making moves. So the city will be hearing their name real soon. You know what I'm saying? And so I stamped them boys real loud.
That's what's up. So, honestly, as far as, you know, how everything is going on, killings and all that stuff now, and everybody's talking about it now, how do you feel about all that?
I'm a paranoid cat, man. So.
One thing I can shout out Rob G, because Rob G is trying to do what he's supposed to do.
Most definitely, Young Justice.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Shout out to King Zing, Murder SB, Rob G. They started that whole little movement. I am a part of that movement.
Okay.
Young Justice. I do support that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know, you know what I'm saying, about Young Justice, you need to really get involved. If you're an artist out there, please get involved with the movement. We got too many killings going on in our neighborhoods. Reckless people just doing something to be doing something. You know, you don't even know what you're fighting over. Why you fighting? Over a block? You know what I'm saying? You killing kids over a block. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, where I come from, that's not cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody did their young and dumb moments. You know what I'm saying? But when you start killing kids, then that's an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to be, as artists in Twin City, everybody do this music. Everybody is on this scene. So as artists in the city, we all need to come together and fight against the violence in the city, man.
That's what's up.
Real talk.
That's what's up. So what all projects have you done? Where have you been in the last 6 years?
6 years. I can't say 6 years. I've been about 7 years. So within the 6 years, I started rapping in 06. So I really wasn't doing a lot. You know, because I really was afraid when I first started. I was just trying to dibble dabble with it. I did my first album back in 2010. I dropped it 4th of July 2010. I dropped it with Q-Jam Records. Shout out to Q-Jam Records. I signed with them back then. So I dropped an album called The Chronicles of Zone. At the time, I didn't know that there was another zone. So once I found out that there was another zone, and then I found there was another zone across seas. He was an R&B artist, so I'm like, no, I can't do this. So me being from Mississippi, I added Sippy to the zone. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, all y'all that don't know, I'm going to kill that right now. Sippy is on my name because I am from Mississippi. I'm a native of the Sip. You know what I'm saying? And when you get that Back to My Roots mixtape that's dropping real soon, you will kind of get an understanding of where I'm coming from. And also, yeah, I am dropping a double disc mixtape, Back to My Roots and All Truth No Lies. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all that want to know, I'm not a bragger. I'm not a booster, but it's gonna be good music. Real talk.
Well, tell us about Buffalo that came from the swamp.
I came from the swamp, man. I came from the swamp was for my niggas back home because I got started getting a lot of little feedback that niggas saying that I wasn't really rapping for the city. You know what I'm saying? So I had to let everybody know. I came from the swamp, not only just from my city, but people up here was just like, what was this nigga? Where he come from? Right. So I came from the swamp. You know what I'm saying? The swamp is basically Mississippi. For all y'all that don't know, the Dirty South lingo, the swamp is the Dirty South. Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi, Georgia. We call it a swamp area, you know what I'm saying? That's where you usually find your swamps in the Dirty South area. Right. So I came from the swamp. And then back home, where I lived in River Oaks, you know what I'm saying? ROP to all my niggas, y'all know what that mean. I don't want to be gang banging on TV. You know what I'm saying? But, my niggas know what it is. Shout out to Kick Dodo, Sonny Bobo, the Teflon Hardheads doing their thing down there, still putting on for the city. They doing their thing down there. But the swamp, we got an area in my hood that we call the swamp. And that's where everybody meet up at. Right. So in the back of my crib was this big circle area that we call the swamp. You know what I'm saying? So That's why I came from the swamp. Part 2 as well. So,
you ain't got that album, you gotta find that album because man, it's a banker.
Man, please go get that one. You know, I was happy with it. It was decent. I think it was decent work. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. Maybe I'm just criticizing myself too hard, but I think it was decent work. But definitely go get it. You be the critic, you know, the critics on that. You know what I'm saying? Be the critic on that work and let me know what you think. Leave some comments on it. Download it. Pass it around. Let some other people be some critics. You know, because you know when you tell me what it is, I'll look into it and I'll make it happen. I like to give my people what they want. Shout out to the people that do support me though. Real loud. That do support me in my movement. Because I definitely support a lot of people in the city. LGII said twice. You know what I'm saying? I do support the movement. Shout out to everybody that actually, if I call names, I want to call names, but if I call a name and then I miss a name, then it's going to be an issue. Well, you ain't say nothing about me, you know. But, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with the city, all right?
Like I say, like I did in my interview, man, you can't call out everybody.
Right.
If you call out everybody, you might be here about 2 hours. You know
right.
So you call out, you know what I'm saying, who you can, them people know who they are.
Right, they know who I fuck with. They know.
So what's besides the Dope City, what else is next?
Man, moving around, I've been kind of beating myself with going to Florida. For all y'all that don't know this, for the last 6 years, you know, I've been kind of working back and forth between cities. Beginning of this year already, I've been to Florida, did a show in Florida, hooked up with the kid down there in Florida. Shouts out to my dude, the kid, making moves in Florida, doing this thing. But I also got a mixtape dropping with him called, you know, Straight Like That, you know, from Florida to Minnesota, Minnesota to Florida. So we doing that mixtape. Got some big names that's gonna be into that project. Let me tell you, there's some big names on this project that we doing from Florida. I'm not gonna release it. I'm just gonna say, listen, when the Straight Like That mixtape drop, copy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not just local. You know, I do my thing. Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. Shout out to Miss Nikki. Houston, Texas. Shout out to Nuna Jr. out there in Texas doing his thing. So I'm definitely moving around doing my thing. So stay tuned for that. I'm also setting up a tour right now, Minnesota to Mississippi. So for all y'all that do want to get involved in that, hey, I'm gonna be setting up a meeting. Setting up a tour from Minnesota to Mississippi for around maybe November-ish, December-ish. To kind of, you know, go down there during them holidays, because holidays everybody go home. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my people down there have been waiting on me to get back to the city and do a show down there. So I actually talked to one of the clubs already and we linked up and they gave me a decent price for the club. So I figured I'm gonna work in some hotels, place to eat, you know what I'm saying, things, transportation, we can work all that in. And then we can see what artists in the city that are really serious about their music want to make that move. I know a lot of artists that's here would love to go down south and perform and do their thing, so I definitely want to link up with those artists.
That's what's up. Well, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
And y'all can find me on Twitter, Sippizone on Twitter, at Sippizone on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook, The Real Sippizone. You can find me on Reverb, Sippizone. This is what you do. Go to Google. Now, I'm not going to tell you to Google me. I don't want to say that because that's some cocky shit. I feel like when niggas say Google me, you trying to be funny and I want to punch in your shit. So I'm going to say, go to Google, please, and just type in Sippizone and you can find me. There's no other Sippizone. I am the real Sippizone. I am the only Sippizone. There are no clones. All right? So go to Google, type in Sippizone. You'll find me on Blog Talk Radio. You'll find me on all your sites, social sites. You'll find me pretty much everywhere, man. Anything that I've done, any shows I've done, you'll find me.
City Ball Association, Sippizone, Swag, we out of here.